Hello and welcome to episode number 27 of the Blue Water Running Podcast. I'm your host, Maren, and this podcast features and celebrates the achievements of high school and collegiate cross-country and track and field athletes from the Blue Water area of Michigan. Today's episode features cross-country sophomore Samantha Whitlam of Macomb Lutheran North. Sam recently broke her own personal record in a big way at the Macomb County Championships, running her first sub-20 5K in 1946 to finish 17th and earn all-county honors. She also led her team to a D2, 3, 4 small team championship trophy. She has made steady improvement all season and did the same in track last spring, finishing second at regionals in the 800 meters and competing at the state meet, running a 2:21. She has a best of 5:36 in the 1600 as well. Sam is currently ranked second in Region 17, and Lutheran North is in a close statistical matchup for the team title with St. Clair. The two teams are separated by 3 hypothetical points. We will chat with Sam about her season, her goals, her training, and get to know her personally as a Blue Water area athlete. Welcome to the Blue Water Running Podcast, Sam.
Thanks for having me.
We've been watching your improvement, and it's really exciting. You broke the 20-minute mark on Saturday, which is a really big milestone for many high school runners. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you think was the difference for you on Saturday? Anything specific that just made you feel really good that day?
I'd say it was definitely the weather, with it just being a little bit cooler and having just close competition to push me throughout the race.
So your freshman year, last year, you ended with a PR of 20:25, and you were running times pretty close to that at the beginning of this year. So what do you think has helped you improve the most going into your sophomore year?
I think just making sure I do a lot of speed works and workouts and just getting base mileage in the summer and a lot of miles in.
So what would you say your weekly mileage is, if you know it?
It's around 20 to 25-ish.
Okay.
Miles.
All right. And what is your weekly training plan look like? What are your main workouts that you kind of do consistently each week?
Usually I'll have 3 days of just normal running, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll do a speed workout, and then just training, strength training on Sunday.
Okay. Where do you run most of your workouts?
Usually just at the school or sometimes at a park nearby.
All right. Do you have one you really like a favorite that you like to do?
I love going to Riverbends or Stony Creek.
Riverbends is hilly. I did a race there and I was surprised, in the middle of a suburban area. It's very hilly.
Yeah.
Well, that's good practice for cross country, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's talk about your goals. When you came into this season, did you have any specific goals that you really wanted to accomplish? And they can be individual goals and team goals, if you'd like to talk about those too.
I know in the beginning of the season, I really wanted to get under 20, but now I want to, by the end of the season, hopefully be at 1930. And then for team goals, hopefully our team can qualify for states this year. That would be fun because I don't know if we've done that in a little bit.
Well, that was my next question. What are you focusing on for regionals? So you kind of answered that. If you want to touch on it a little more, you can. But
yeah, hopefully our team can qualify, but also getting qualified individually would be fun. And hopefully I can rank top 5.
So right now, do you ever check the regional projections?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
seen it lately.
Yeah, so it's a pretty tight race right now between Lutheran North and St. Clair.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'll be interesting because anything can happen on regional day. So
yeah,
you never know. All right. Okay. So what do you find really helps you be successful? Everybody has a little bit of a different approach to their training or their nutrition or their sleep. What really works for you? You're like, this is my thing. This is what helps me do my best.
I'd say sleep definitely plays a big role, and just making sure I'm in bed by 9:30 every night and getting a lot of sleep in.
So, do you have a go-to or a must-do? Do you have anything that's kind of your routine or, like your thing that you need to eat or something you need to do before you run?
Yeah, before the race, I always make sure I foam roll or stretch, and that usually helps me a lot.
Okay. All right. So, let's talk about your team. What do you like most about your team?
I love how we're all just like super close and we bond, and we all just make sure we lift each other up and making sure we're acknowledging each other's accomplishments.
That's great. I love that. It's always important to, make sure everybody feels good,
Mhm.
not just the people in the front. I love that. All right. So, what is something your coach focuses on or emphasizes to your team?
He usually emphasizes like making sure we don't push past our limits, like past an injury, and he makes sure that like the team is bonding together.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about cross country?
I love how it's definitely like a big community where everyone like just like bonds together and where we can all just have fun, and there I feel like there's always like room to improve.
Agreed. Yes, there's always someone faster.
Mhm.
Especially at the county meet. Holy smokes. That was a really
Yeah.
fast race.
Yeah.
Wow. I was telling my daughter the times that Romeo runs would have been like nationally good in college when I was running in college. So it's crazy to think how fast high school has become. It's just, I mean, it's awesome to watch, but a little mind blowing. So, but
Yeah.
hey, it pushes the rest of you to be better, and that's good. Pulls everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So you said your favorite thing about cross country. What is something that is very difficult or challenging?
Definitely like running in the heat in the summer and just getting those long miles in.
Hmm. Are you glad that it's getting colder, or do you prefer to race when it's warmer?
I mean, I've gotten used to the heat lately, but I definitely love the cold weather more.
Hmm. All right. Well, tell me about your school. So, Lutheran North is a private school, different vibe than a public school. You're pulling in kids from area communities or other districts that want to attend. So, what do you think is unique or different versus where some of the other athletes in the Blue Water area would attend?
Yeah, so it's definitely a smaller school. So there's just like a lot more of like a bond within the school and like a smaller community versus like a bigger school where no one really knows everyone. So I feel like everyone just like knows everyone and we're all like lifting each other up.
Awesome. All right, well, let's talk about you as a person. So we'll start with what is your favorite cross country or track, race or meet, or you could have one of each if you'd like.
Um, I love the season opener Lamplighter where we run at night and they're like playing music. That one's always super fun.
Do you have a favorite track meet?
Uh, I don't know. I kind of love all the track meets, to be honest.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, do you have a favorite post-workout race or I should say post-workout or post-race food that you really like? It's like your treat after you've worked hard and you're done running.
Yeah, me and my friends would always go to Pliables. It's like this acai bowl place,
Ooh.
and we'd go there after every race.
Okay, what do you get in a bowl? I love that kind of stuff, so I'm curious.
It's like mango and peanut butter and chocolate and granola. It's
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
that does that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that could be a dessert, but do you have a favorite dessert outside of healthy fruit bowls?
Probably ice cream,
Okay, what's your favorite flavor?
cookie dough.
No hesitation. She knew. All right. Well, how about a favorite TV show or movie or both if you have a few of each?
My favorite TV show is probably Gilmore Girls. My favorite movies, High School Musical. And music, my favorite artist is Taylor Swift.
Okay. There's a coffee shop in Richmond. It just opened up, and they have a whole bunch of drinks on their menu that are all named after Gilmore Girls episodes or characters.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's right downtown. So,
Hmm.
yeah. All right. Do you have a favorite book? And there is no judgment if you don't.
Probably like any of the Harry Potter books. I love that series.
Have you ever been to Universal and got to see Harry Potter World?
Yeah, multiple
Oh,
times.
okay. Awesome. I have not been, so that's on my
That's
bucket
cool.
list. I
Yeah.
bet. Do you have a favorite professional athlete that you like to follow?
Yeah, the Olympian Sydney McLaughlin, the 400-meter hurdler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, she got a lot of press this summer for sure.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, if you need a good book to read, her book is very good. I've read
Yeah,
that, so
I ordered it on Amazon, so I'm waiting for
perfect.
that to come. Yep.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Not just about good running advice, but just like how to have a good mindset and put everything in perspective. I feel like she's a very balanced person and is able to do that with very high pressure.
Yeah.
So it's good advice. All right. Well, if you are not running and you have some downtime, what is a hobby that you like to participate in?
Probably like shopping or reading or traveling.
Okay. Well, speaking of traveling, if you were traveling and you could go anywhere in the world and you could run there, where would it be? And then if you could run with anyone, who would you pick?
Ooh, I'd probably go somewhere overseas in like Switzerland and like a nice trail and probably run with maybe Anna Hall. She's also another Olympian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for people who do more than one event, especially if it's not just running, because that takes a lot of technical skill. So, man, I do
Yeah.
not have it. All right. Well, regionals is coming up next. And do you have any meets before regionals, or are you just waiting for that?
Yeah, our next meet is Dryden Classic.
Okay. Okay. So a little tune up before the big one.
Yes.
All right. Well, I wish you all of the best. I think you're going to do a great job. You've had a great season so far. You keep improving. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens next. And I'll be at regionals cheering you on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hopping on the podcast. It was great to talk with you.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Once again, thank you so much for tuning into today's Blue Water Running podcast. I can't wait to feature more cross country and track and field athletes from the Blue Water area, so stay tuned because it just might be you. Coverage on Blue Water Running is sponsored in part by Elite Feet of Port Huron. If you need running shoes, spikes, or apparel, they have a friendly and knowledgeable staff to help you find just the right fit, and they're big fans of running too. They are located at 327 Huron Ave in downtown Port Huron. If you are interested in sponsoring coverage or partnering with Blue Water Running as an advertiser to reach and support local runners, please reach out via the website, show notes, or social media channels. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please share, subscribe, and leave a review. You can find the Blue Water Running podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and any other major media player. You can also ask your smart speaker to play the Blue Water Running podcast. If you have an idea for a great topic or guest that you would like to hear about, feel free to contact me through the website links or show notes. You can follow Blue Water Running on Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also find meet and athlete reports and articles at www.bluewaterrunning.org.